Welcome to Greenland. We have ice, we have snow, and we have a US thermonuclear bomb buried within a glacier. And we don't even know where it is. It's great. So great that in Europa Universalis 4, we're playing as Greenland, in the middle of nowhere with no technology, so we can make Greenland great again. For the first time. But wait, you might be thinking, I'm American, which means I could never go against the United States and betray the patriotism I have for my country. Without a sponsor, Made Factor, the sponsor of this video. Do you live in a frozen tundra in need of dire rescue? You should ask someone else. But in the meantime, try Factor, the meal prep and delivery service. Tired of hunting penguins or getting mauled by polar bears? Me too. Factor makes it easy to get meals delivered straight to your igloo instead of spending $36 trillion on expensive takeout. Just unpeel the package, put it in the microwave, blast it with the power of a caged sun god, and voila, nutrients. Ripe for consumption. One time, I told Factor I needed a lot of calories, so when an unmarked package showed up at my door with a gram of uranium-235, I knew Factor was a buy. With meals that are always fresh and never frozen, made by gourmet chefs expert in their craft. All you need to do is head to factor75.com or click the link below and use the code 50Anti-Kleaper to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first Factor box. That's code 50Anti-Kleaper at factor75.com to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box, so you'll never be hungry again. So welcome to EU4, a game about the dangers of colonialism, and of course by dangers, I mean you. So the game mostly focuses on many of the named nations that you would imagine: Austria, Hungary, England, Scotland, many of the European nations. We can go over to China, Ming, Japan, all of that fun stuff. But we are going to be playing as the greatest nation in the world. Greenland, led by the very first Greenlander, Eric the Red, in his very famous American-style republic. We start all the ways over here, and we also don't know where anybody in Europe is, except for that one spot in Norway. I don't know why. So the first thing that we have to do is manage our nobility, and because we are a merchant republic, a sort of merchant republic, basically merchant republic, the merchant guilds control 66% of all the land, and we only have 1/3. So we need to balance this out, because if the merchants get around 100% influence, which is very, very likely, we will have a couple of problems, like a plutocratic coup. And obviously the smartest thing to do when we're afraid of the merchant guilds taking over the whole country is give them total control over monetary policy. I'm sure that will not have any downsides later. And just to make sure that we're really being equal, I'm now going to seize a whole bunch of their land, and that's gonna make them very unhappy. So because we're a republic, we've also got to start a debate, give the senators something to do, make people believe that there is a choice in our country. So we are going to gain a little bit of stability, and wow, look at that, it actually passed. I didn't need to bribe anyone. And now the next thing we have to do is choose our native policy, and we are going to be colonizing this top part of Canada. So we've got native coexistence. We'll treat them with respect. We've got native trading, a little bit of profit, but this is Canada, so native repression is really the way to go. So we're gonna send our very first colonists out here, and we are gonna begin colonizing the very tip of Canada. Also, the first action that I really need to take is, first of all, appoint a general, and then second of all, attack the local native population. Also, if you couldn't tell, our people are aptly dressed for the weather. Unfortunately, the money situation's pretty dire because we only have one development in all of our provinces, because this is literally an Arctic wasteland. So I'm gonna need to develop, and it costs a ton of our administrative and diplomatic and military power to do anything, because this is basically the Arctic. These three powers, administrative power, diplomatic power, military power, we just basically use those for different actions and researching all different kinds of technology. So there's a couple of things that we need to worry about. Eventually the European powers, inflation, yes. Eventually the European powers are gonna start rolling over here and trying to take over our rightful land, which is the entire continent, and we are not going to get many of the technological benefits that they do. So we do have feudalism embraced, but we're gonna be behind on technology as soon as Renaissance starts spreading, and that is going to be a huge problem. So we need to innovate, get a little bit of technology, and then basically dumpster all of America. I mean, Greater Greenland. All right, nice. We're making a cool profit of 0.01 ducats every single month. That's That's some big money. All I had to do was completely defund our army maintenance, our fleet maintenance. We have 0 forts in the entire country. As a matter of fact, wait, can I mothball that fort? No, that is the only fort I cannot mothball. What I will do, just to keep our nation nice and together, is we're gonna get everybody really high by inducing a vision quest to get some prestige. And now we have one of those pesky elections. So we do need to do these, and we could either kind of roll the lottery and go with a bureaucrat, a diplomat, a military candidate, all of whom are better at their respective kinds of powers, or we could keep Eric the Red. Now, we're gonna keep Eric because he's kind of the greatest of all time, but the problem is that, turns out, that's not very democratic. So every time we re-elect Eric, it's gonna lower our Republican tradition and increase the likeliness that we devolve into autocracy. This is going to be a problem, because Eric is immortal. Okay, and already the merchant guilds are getting a bit uppity because I took a decision that really pissed them off. They're only at 80% influence, which is at least something, and I kind of have to remedy this super fast. We're also gonna start investing in a little bit of military technology that should hopefully give us a little bit of a one-up against the natives. But I'd like to have as few military units as possible because the vast and endless sea, more sailors. Yes, we've got almost nobody in the country, and I want to destroy all of our ships because we literally can't afford to own them. All right, we've also now got enough to institute a governmental reform, which is nice. We're gonna be able to turn this republic into, let's see, meritocracy, republicanism. So as much as I would love meritocratic rule, which is actually really, really good, it will cause the merchants to take over the entire republic, and I don't like that. And authoritarianism is really great, but we're actually gonna go with republicanism so that we can maintain the illusion that we're still a republic, while continuously re-electing the same guy every year. So as you can see here already, we have a plus 25% to the cost to adopt the next diplomatic technology. Part of that is that we're just ahead of time, but part of it is that we haven't embraced the Renaissance. So if I go to our institutions, we're not really gonna see any of them right now, but over here, the idea of the Renaissance is spreading, and when it spreads to us, we can adopt it, but this plus 15% is gonna start getting significantly worse the longer we haven't adopted Renaissance. And unfortunately, because we don't actually have much contact with the European powers, again, besides Norway, I don't know why, we probably will be behind technologically for quite a while. Oh, look at that, another election. Well, I mean, it's nice that they're giving me a choice in the elections because it's still a democracy if only one guy votes. Oh, there we go. So our colony is now self-sustaining, so it's gonna stop costing me like $8 billion every second to maintain. And we can turn it into a formal state, the first state of what, Newfoundland? I thought this was Prince Edward's Island. Well, I don't know that much about Canada, and I also don't care. So now we've also gotten our mission done, which is to get a growing economy. I mean, yeah, if you could call this an economy. Congratulations, everyone. The stock market has hit new highs. Now there are 2 companies on it instead of 0. So that's gonna give us a little bit of a nice treasurer, and we can also have another merchant, so we will assign him to collect a little bit more money from somewhere else. And now our honorable people are going to do an honorable thing, which is we've expanded our operations, and goodbye, natives. It's not you, it's me. Stabbing you. All right, let's get another debate going in Parliament. Lots of important topics here that have absolutely 0 impact on how we actually do anything, and we will get a bunch of crown land, which is great. Placate merchant guilds. That's rough, but okay. Too many liberties? Eric the Red has been taking a few too many liberties when it comes to governing our nation. Nah. Wow, we could game Republican tradition just by saying no. I mean, so what if he's 114 years old? Look at that. See, this is why we keep him around. Strengthening the government. All right, so we just got our first ideas tree, and what I'm probably gonna go with is exploration ideas, and then probably expansion ideas after that, which is going to give us a couple of slots we can invest into to explore the rest of the New World, along with get a couple more colonists and begin to just colonize a bit faster. We can also enact another governmental reform. Oh, frequency of elections. Now guys, I've heard a lot about election reform, and I think I've got a pretty good idea. What if we just don't have them? It's still a democracy, but only one guy is in charge and there are no elections anymore. And look at that, my Republican tradition has never been so high. Everybody loves the Republic, even though it's not really a republic anymore. But at least we're making money. All right, so now we're gonna get quests for the New World. world, and that's gonna allow us to start training conquistadors and explorers to figure out what's actually going on over here. But for the time being, we'd really prefer to just expand this way and say hello to some of our neighbors who, ooh, that's a solid amount of development in your province. It would be a shame if there were a pseudo-European power nearby to take that over. Oh boy, I love walking through the native lands and just periodically getting ambushed by thousands of natives for whatever well, you know what, it's kind of our fault. But I mean, this is just self-defense. So right now our parliament is really the ideal democratic form because there's only one seat. But I do need to give some more seats because they do give a whole bunch of bonuses and people start to get quite angry when they think it's autocracy. So now we got 2 seats, and what that really means is I just have to bribe twice as many people to get anything done. Now we have our next republic reform, and let's see, maintain balance of power, expand temple rights plus 33% local tax modifier. I will do that. I can't think of 2 things that go together better than religion and taxes. Oh no, my conquistador died. Wow, he died too soon without being able to accomplish anything of note. Jeez, dude, he just died. I guess in fairness, he walked from here to here and killed like 4,000 people. And that's it. All right, we do have a minor problem, but that is we're going into debt because all of these colonies cost a lot of money, but we should slowly start making money as they begin to get colonized. I like how my development is so small that debasing my entire currency just gives me $32. There really isn't much of a currency, is there? Oh my goodness, is that Portugal? Uh-oh, that's not good. Oh, crap. Okay, I forgot. The natives are actually destroying one of my settlements over here. I have made... Okay, well, they just destroyed the entire settlement. Well, fortunately, I've got plenty of Greenlanders to spare in terms of making recolonization efforts. Although the population of Greenland, even today, is like, what, 50,000 people? I didn't realize how small it was. And in this age, in 1473, the population's like 6... Yeah, these 4,000 infantrymen, that's all of Greenland. Okay, I don't love seeing the 3-star Castile fleet rolling around here. Can they go somewhere else? Please? I like how I can ask the local natives if I can get military access. They're gonna say yes, and I'm just gonna use that military access to walk behind them and then destroy all the natives in that area. These guys are in a pretty big federation. If I tried to declare war on them, yeah, we would be fighting. Okay, yeah, we're almost outnumbered by 5 times. Okay, so I may have made a minor error and accidentally gone into crippling debt. How exactly does one accidentally take out 3 loans? I will let you know when I figure it out. Part of it has to do with me trying to put as many colonies as I can everywhere. Currently, our colonial expenses are ridiculously high, and that's pretty much the reason. Portugal's already... Okay, yeah, it seems like Portugal is sending some conquistadors who are already gonna start exploring up here, and there's no telling how many other provinces they're begun to colonize down here in the south. But hey, on the bright side, we get to go to our 4th reform, or our 5th reform, and we're probably gonna go with naval professionalism, because we are going to want a strong navy to try and fend them off from invading our homeland. All right, unfortunately, we are going to get our next ideas group, and I'm probably going to go with either something military or expansion, probably expansion ideas, because quite frankly, more colonists means more land. Oh, wait a minute, countries wish to hire mercenaries. That is not terrible. So it looks like these guys are at war with forced migration war. I don't really know who they're at war with. Honestly, I don't care. Here, take my army and pay me just a little bit of money every turn. So now I'm gonna proceed to basically just sit over here and not do anything until they get really pissed about it. Okay, actually, they might be really pissed about it now because they're literally getting sieged down and they might lose. Oh no, okay, they are fighting vastly more enemies than I was expecting. Yeah, no, I don't really want to get involved with this war, but as long as you pay me, are they still paying me? No, I don't think they are because I think they died. Yeah, I don't think they physically have enough money to pay me because this is like their only province. And okay, now Portugal is here. Oh, finally, Parliament's being useful and giving me +1 colony. Okay. And I have to exempt these guys of conscription, give these guys some military power. Fine, whatever. Okay, so now my mercenary client is disappointed, but I have a solution, and I am going to, in just a bit, revoke the agreement and then hire my guys to their enemies, because it looks like they're winning the war. Oh, okay, finally, they started paying me. I mean, I'm not gonna help them, but still. Oh no, okay, I think I have bitten off way too much more than I could chew. Also, I'm gonna now switch my native policy to native coexistence, because because that is gonna decrease our stability, whatever, but it also means that I no longer have to worry about fighting all the natives. Because now that I have so many colonists, it's actually getting a little hard to keep track of which colonies I have and haven't destroyed the native population at. First world problems, I know. Oh, we can also purchase an ability for the Age of Discovery. I forgot to mention my religion. It is Inti. I don't really know what that is, but I think it helps us here. And of course, I'm immediately gonna take colony development boost. Oh god, oh no, I think I'm gonna lose my entire military down here. They're trading really effectively in terms of morale, but, and they're gone. Well, fortunately, I haven't really been expanding my military that much, and I think it's about time that we start. I'm making a pretty considerable amount of money every turn, so we really have a lot of manpower that we could use and a lot of money, so we may as well just start on this. And let's offer this army. Oh, come on. They don't have the money. They will have to pay the total cost for the first. Yeah, you have to pay this up front because I'm not entirely sure if you could even pay. All right, there we go. Now my military has joined the opposite side of the conflict. Wait a minute. Can I offer a second? Oh my goodness, you're kidding me. I could offer mercenaries, I think, to the other side of the war. Meanwhile, I have mercenaries on the side opposite to my other mercenaries. Okay, I'm getting confused now. All right, nice. Now we can level up our government ranks. We're gonna go from Republic to a Grand Republic. All right, so it seems like our next target is gonna be the Iroquois over here because they are getting a ton of land and going to war with them would be fantastic. Also, somehow it seems like our ally is kind of doing something. All right, now is a good time where we can fabricate a claim on these guys and bringing together the great Greenland army of like 26 units. It's not that much, but you know, we also have vastly better technology than them. So we should be able to pretty easily do this. Yeah, they've got 38K, we have 23K, but they have 0 cannons and 0 horsemen. Okay, well, that was surprisingly uneventful. They just ran all their armies away. I sieged down all of their stuff. So now we get to just peace out with them one by one. How much debt can I put them in? And that is them taking out 5 loans and it's only 55 ducats. Well, 5 loans and I'm also just gonna annex their entire state. And then let's take a look at these guys. Yeah, I think, I mean, look, I know I was only demanding one thing, but I think I'm gonna take all of it. Okay, well, I might not want a coalition that large to form against me. All right, I've sieged down every single one of their provinces and there we go. I have yet to discover a single one of their units. They've got 10,000 people hiding somewhere, but it doesn't really matter because I'm gonna ask for all of this land. I'm gonna put them in crippling debt and offer reparations for the war that they clearly started. Yoink. Unfortunately, all of the conquered land is kind of creating a ton of rebels everywhere, but we could just provoke the revolt and, you know, 11 units. It's not really that much compared to our 25K. Holy crap, completing this mission is gonna give us plus 10 tax income. Wait, I can rival Castile and I somehow have a better army? But they do have 400% my navy. So, I mean, that is slightly concerning, but we are gonna have to go for that anyway. Aha, okay, finally. Now I'm able to see all the people over here. I really need to get knowledge sharing with one of them, which is gonna allow us to actually get our technology up to speed. Oh my God, I've gotten to the point where whenever I wanna pass something in our parliament, I need to do so much crap. There we go. That was so much corruption I just had to add. I keep getting this event, bleeding gums and falling teeth. They keep asking me to pay 150 ducats for medicine. Like, no. I need to use that money for really important stuff like spamming out barracks so I can have more men. My manpower is relatively low considering what we actually need. Oh, and now my guys are dying. The natives have not exactly been friendly. Oh wait, don't tell me you're near the Aztecs. Yes, they're near the Aztecs. Well, of course it's gonna suck down there. If I know one thing about Aztec history, it's that it involves a lot of wars, a lot of flowers, and a lot of sacrifices. That's 3 things. All right, so I've completed both of our idea trees, which is both a good thing and a bad thing, in that I'm running out of things to spend my diplomatic power and all of my points on, because the cost of a lot of this technology is extraordinarily high, and I can't seem to get knowledge sharing with anyone because they all hate me. I forgot that the name Delaware comes from, I believe it comes from Native Americans, but just seeing Delaware culture is not an accepted culture. I don't know why I find that so funny. Screw you, Delaware, and only you. Okay, so I've been building up our military quite a bit. Now we can also go from Grand Republic to Federal Republic. Now we can start making a bunch more states and hopefully begin invading other people. All right, so in just a second, a giant army should just begin to, yep, there, oh my goodness, there they go. And this should put me to my force limit just about instantly. This is gonna complete my first mission to increase morale. I've already done the second mission. I've already done the third mission. I've actually already done the fourth mission. And now for some ungodly reason, my other mission is to unite every single province in Canada. Also, I just noticed that I have a focus to invade Ireland. I don't know why. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna get over there. Also, invading France, invading Spain. Okay, I mean, these are, maybe I'm gonna get over here. But in the meantime, it is time for me to select this disgustingly large army. Oh my God. Yeah, I feel bad. Their armies are so much, okay, I couldn't even see the fight because they died so fast. And here we go. Oh my God, wait, that gave me a claim on literally everything they have. Well, don't mind if I do. We've also gone to the Age of Reformation. Not that that really makes a very big deal for me. Most of these armies I have don't even have leaders. I'm just stacking them all over the place because I have more than I could possibly manage. Also, this event I love because it gives me the opportunity to execute someone, which I already like, but it drops my corruption by 2. So I could just come over here, debase my own currency, and then use it to pay off the execution, since it drops the corruption back down to 0 anyway. Okay, let's just start piecing out with these guys, and to be completely honest, at this point, I don't even think I care if they have a coalition against me. Well, I'm fairly sure that I could beat every single nation in all of North America at the same time right now. And there's another one, and the final peace treaty that's probably gonna get everybody to hate me a considerable amount. Oh yeah, this one's gonna form a big I'm gonna fucking save. All right, now I know that looks bad, but I don't see Spain in there, I don't see England in there, and I don't see Portugal in there. I'm either about to get completely destroyed, or this is gonna be the greatest peace deal in the history of peace deals. So they're calling me into another fight, but I mean, honestly, I don't even know who they're at war with. Wait, what happens if I declare war on like these guys over here? Nobody cares. Really? Nobody cares about Massachusetts? Well, me neither. Well, I mean, if somebody else isn't gonna swoop in here and conquer it, I guess I'm obligated to. My overextension is, it's a little high. It has something to do with, I own a lot of provinces that need to be cored. Fortunately, most of these are colonies, so they're not creating an overextension and destroying my whole empire, but it's still not very good. This definitely feels like a great time to start an additional war. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? We basically just decided to bully everybody in the entire continent. I mean, some of these Native American tribes do have a lot of units, but really the only person that we're worried about is the Spanish. Well, everyone over here. Oh, did Portugal just rival me? And yes, they did. Okay, that's gonna make things considerably more complicated. I was trying to colonize next to them. I figured this might happen because I want to get the institution spread in here. Oh, and here's another war that we're gonna have to get involved with. It's okay. The military alliances aren't that bad because honestly, they just give me an excuse to go to war with people and then peace out of the war early by annexing everything. What is okay, I just witnessed a Castile exploring army run into like 10K rebels and almost instantly die. I don't know why they're sitting in my land now, and I would really like it if they left forever. For good. As a matter of fact, I almost have more stuff than Portugal, Castilian, Brazil, Savoy, all of it combined. And we are finally getting the institutions which are spreading in our lands down here. The rebels are, they're becoming an issue. There's a couple of, there's some rebels. And I do definitely need to start building forts because I haven't built any so far, pretty much just out of laziness, to be honest. But I am gonna need to put forts all along the coastline because when we fight with Castile and all of Europe, they're just gonna send 1,000 ships. At this point, I'm just going around and provoking pretty much every kind of revolt that I can because I want to go to war with the guys up here that are my allies, but, oh wait, hold on a minute. Money opportunity, perhaps? Oh, you're broke, never mind. Because our allies are actually guaranteeing these guys, or they're in a coalition, so I can declare war on these guys, forcing my allies into the war, allowing them to break the alliance and not me. Basically, you should never trust me. Where we're kind of running into a problem is that I have been going to war so much that my manpower is really hitting the toilet here. The level by which I could trade up with my units is crazy. I mean, we're walking into fights where we're vastly outnumbered. Obviously, it definitely helps that I don't even think they've embraced feudalism yet. Apparently, colonialism is spreading faster than Renaissance. I don't know why. And now all I have to do is just one by one piece out all of the different factions that I'm at war with. I really want to get rid of these guys because they're just extremely annoying. And there's another tribe down and another tribe down. This is like the 15th peace deal I've gotten. I don't think they realize that I'm gonna siege down every single province and then make the peace deal for every single province. All right, and there's every single province siege down. Unfortunately, I can't get quite as much as I wanted, but I mean, we'll settle for that much. And then another follow-up peace treaty just claiming the rest of this person's land too. I don't actually know what my aggressive expansion penalty is. 186. Look, aggressive expansion is just a number. It can't hurt you. Unless it involves Europe, then it can. Wait, I didn't even realize that I could build the White House. I mean, why not? 3,000 days? Okay, guys, I don't think it's that hard to build, but sure. You know, the White House was always meant to be green. I mean, if you think about it, just walking into Washington, D.C., and instead of this big white building, yeah, boring, neon green, as bright as it could be. Helicopters down from the sky because they can't see. That is democracy. I have been trying to get into an alliance with the United Kingdom for so long. Please knowledge share with me. How much is this gonna cost me? 12 per month. Oh my God, it accelerates it in my capital area, and surprise, surprise, my capital is in the middle of nowhere. All right, we're just gonna switch our capital to be, you know what? I have a great idea of where it should be. Okay, I just realized that I can't actually move my capital to anything in a colonial region because this is technically not a colonial region, but all of this is. So I think we're just stuck with our really crappy capital and the entire rest of our empire. Now, I am gonna declare war on Portugal pretty soon, but what I do wanna do first is declare war on Creek over here, call in this huge federation, these other guys as well, and we're gonna see if we can just take as much land as we can towards the left side. Wait, what? Okay, I didn't think I'd actually be able to get a colonial nation since I am a colonial nation. Sort of. Well, I mean, I wasn't expecting Greenland, Columbia, but I guess we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, well, that war was exactly as much of a massacre as you would think, so now we're gonna do one peace treaty and do that right into another peace treaty. I think this is gonna create the mother of all coalitions. Yes, every single person who even could conceive of me is going to be in a coalition against me. All right, I also get to give us a golden era over here, and that's gonna be pretty good because we're gonna have to go to Portugal, and probably try to kill them. I'm trying to build up a navy right now, or at least something similar to a navy, a bunch of like ramshackle boats together, because the Portuguese are probably gonna try to navally invade all along our ports, and we need to stop them. But I have lost pretty much all of my allies, so I no longer have military access over here, and my colonies down here are probably gonna get destroyed by Portugal if we're not careful. All right, I also just went ahead and upgraded the White House, level 2 White House. I mean, it's not bad. Re-election cost minus 10%. Don't worry, I'm way ahead of you. All right, and one more war just for good measure so we can actually unite our provinces. It still looks pretty ugly, but slightly less ugly now. And finally, I can spend $3,000 to embrace colonialism. Although, ironically, I've embraced feudalism, but still not the Renaissance. Honestly, I'm getting so lazy at this point. I'm just provoking all the rebellions, regardless of whether I can even quell them before they take a single province. There's just so much unrest everywhere in the country. Okay, I have gotten this event like 3 times. My officers keep deserting because of my pointless wars. This is the outcome of these pointless wars. My overextension is 124%. It's not great. The number of rebels we have is very quickly getting out of control, but they're not really that strong, so we're kind of just walking in and instantly glassing them. Surprisingly, the only technology of mine that isn't behind that I have simply brute forced is military technology. I'm sitting with a 240% penalty, and I have brute forced my way into having the best military technology in the entire world. Oh, finally. Okay, this has taken far too long. Embrace Renaissance, done. Now we can start to just speed through most of the technology that I need. There we go, there's 3 in a row. In terms of ideas, I'm definitely gonna go with offensive ideas, and then we'll just start adopting literally everything from that. Oh, Yes, that's what I was hoping for. So what I've spent the past while doing is training up a pretty sizable army thus far, putting down all the thousands of rebellions, getting our tech level up, and building a massive navy. Plus an army with one of the best generals I think I've ever seen. So now we're just gonna load these guys into the ship, and we are gonna send them all the ways to right here. I've conveniently settled a colony right here next to Castile, which has allowed me to do a declare war casus belli. I can also do colonialism, and now we can come over here to Castile and do what I should have done quite a while ago, which is declare war on Europe. Now, there are significantly more European factions than us, but my units are so utterly cracked out of their mind that I should be able to try and land at least somewhere over here. All right, come on. There we go. All I have to do is make a landing, and we should be pretty much okay after that. I can't explore any of this land because I need an explorer. All right, I've got just enough money where I should be able to hire a ton of mercenaries. It's gonna hurt my army professionalism, but it's not really that bad because I think we're about to double the size of our military down here. Yep, 75K. Build a supply depot, and we should be able to hopefully siege these guys down. I need to get another general. Please don't be garbage. He is not that terrible. All right, there's the first city done here, and now we should be able to just try and run in to intercept as many of their guys as we can. Ours should be able to trade 1 for 1. Oh yeah, it is not particularly close. Oh, there we go. And now Great Britain is going to finally be okay with entering the war. So that is gonna change this. 260, they brought in all the colonies. Oh baby, Iberia is done. All right, and now the United Kingdom's gonna start bringing in their troops to invade as well. We're taking as many of their cities as possible because I wanna get the war score instead of the UK. But it seems like most of their units got distracted by this little point of land I put here. Some of them are trying to fight up in our colonies area, but they're gonna be blocked by the 2 level 4 forts I have blocking people. The entire coastline is just blanketed by Portuguese and Spanish ships. Like, you can't get off this coastline, but I don't really need to, so it kind of works out. Oh, and the UK is, okay, they just suicided their entire army into the main army of the Spanish. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea. Oh crap, okay, this might be actually a little bit closer, because they're gonna start bringing in a ton of troops into this fight. Oh, wait, Portugal just decided to not help. Okay, I think Portugal just saved my life accidentally. Morale for armies plus 15%. Yes, please. All right, the mercenaries aren't nearly as good as all of my other units, but for some reason, Portugal just keeps deciding to not help them out, which is favoring me so much. All right, there we go. Now we've caught their entire army in one place, and I think we're gonna be able to do this. Oh yeah, they just instantly retreated. It's unfortunate that I do still have to deal with all of the rebels that are spawning at home, because, I mean, okay, somehow that number has increased dramatically. And now I'm more worried about the Castilian noble rebels than I am the actual Castilian armies. What is going on in this place? Okay, seriously, the real threat in Castile here is that there's just peasants and noblemen constantly spawning. The rebels are destroying Castile for me, except I have to fight the rebels to take over Castile. Whether I'm in enemy territory or my own, I can't seem to escape the reality that I have to fight rebels. Okay, I definitely bit off a bit too much more than I could chew. I don't think I win this fight. Wait, am I gonna win? No way. There's no way I win that. Oh my God! Holy crap, how are you not dead? My leader Quamanik, who is like almost maxed out stats on several of his things, is kinda cooking. 20 army tradition. Yeah, I will take that too. Wait, what happened to Portugal's capital? Like, I know Portugal's capital is in Lisbon, but it doesn't say that it's actually right here. So, did they move their capital? I mean, all I know is that these Castilian noble rebels are single-handedly destroying Castile and keeping all of their armies back, which is hilarious to me. See, even Castile is avoiding the rebels. They know, messing with Greenland, okay, that's one thing. Messing with the particularist rebels that siege down 2 provinces, whoa, that's too far. Okay, I seriously need to kill these Castilian noble rebels. They're actually the final boss of Spain. Oh wow, Portugal's trying to give me a peace treaty, and, you know, they're willing to give me some of our, the land that they have in their colonies. Unfortunately, I don't think they seem to realize what it is that I actually want from them. It seems like the same goes for Castile, where they're willing to give me so much stuff in their colonies, 2,600 ducats. Why can I not speak? All right, and I will peace out with Portugal and take pretty much the entire Caribbean, and I will peace out with Castile and take all of northern Spain. I think my war goal was for on like some random thing. I don't even know what it was on, but quite frankly, I don't really care. And there we go. Okay, now that the war is oh my god, I'm getting so many rebels. Wait, oh, that's right. I completed the invade Spain. There we go. Now I have a caucus belly on the entirety of Iberia. So as you can see, the number of rebels it's getting quite large. Our overextension is 122%. You know, it doesn't matter that much. It does a lot. It's getting hard to keep track of where all the rebels even are with just how much I don't even know is going on. Oh my god, please. Yeah, this is what late game EU4 looks like, where so many different things are happening all at once that it's a little bit. Either way, I think this is a natural stopping point. We have destroyed Spain and going to war with them. Honestly, I could just truce break and declare war on them again. Truce, schmoose, doesn't really matter at this point. The number of separatists is just absolute. You know what? What happens if I just, all right, now that's what I want to see. There's so many rebels. We have any over here? Oh, you bet we have 3 groups of different Castilian separatists over here. Well, seeing as the entirety of my empire is consumed in rebels that I could kill, but you know what? Instead, I'm gonna do the Greenland/America thing and upgrade the White House to its max level. Use 10,000 manpower to bring the project forward. Don't mind if I do. Either way, thanks for watching. See ya.